Hey y'all, so this week I'm going to show you how to draw a dancing robot using 3D shapes and letters. Alright, let's get started. So for this week's activity, you will need a piece of paper, a pencil, and an eraser. If you cannot find these materials, it is okay to do it on your iPad. However, I do think it's very important that you try to do this on paper. So far, all I have done is drawn a line straight across in the middle of the paper, and then instead of drawing a line straight down, I'm drawing it at a slight angle, so slightly angled towards the middle of the paper. And then I'm making it into the letter E, but with the middle line being smaller than the top, and the bottom line being the smallest, so it looks like it's coming in. I made a mistake here with this line. I didn't think I angled it enough, so I'm going to use my eraser right quick to get rid of it. Now, it's very important that you draw lightly. That means so you can barely see your pencil marks, and it makes it much easier to erase than if you press down really hard with your pencil and draw dark lines. So I just drew a diagonal line, or a line that's angled slightly, and then I'm going to make the same E shape, with the top line a little bit longer than the rest and the middle line a little bit longer than the bottom line. This is going to be the robot's head that's tilted to the left and the body. So now I'm drawing a line straight down to close off the letter E and make it into two rectangles instead. Now with the head, I curved the line by accident, so I erase it just a little bit, and I'm going to go back and make sure I draw as straight as a line as I can. You know, I said just a second ago it makes it into two rectangles, but it doesn't. In fact, all four shapes are trapezoids because the lines are angled inwards. So just above our top shape, I drew a line that's going in the same direction as our shape, and I made it just a little bit smaller than that top trapezoid. Same thing for the bottom shape. I drew a line that is going in the same direction, but I made it just a little bit smaller than the top shape. Now right in the middle of our head shape, I'm going to draw two big circles for eyes. And if you notice, I practiced drawing my circle first before I actually come down with my pencil, and I think that helps me make a good circle shape. Now I'm going to draw two lines starting from the corner of my trapezoid and connecting it to that smaller line just above it. And we're going to do this for both shapes. Now instead of having two 2D trapezoids floating in the middle of our paper, we now have 3D box shapes floating, or a cube and a rectangular prism. For the neck, I'm just going to draw two lines coming down from the head, and they will be angled slightly. Notice these two lines don't stop at that back shape, they come down into the middle of it. And then to close off these two lines, I'm going to draw a little curve, not a straight line. Because we want this neck to look like a 3D cylinder instead of a flat rectangle, that is why we curve the bottom. If you look at a cup, because it's a cylinder, you can tell the bottom is also curved. Then I'm going to erase the line going through my neck and going through the middle of our eyes. Next, I'm just going to draw a smaller circle in the middle of our eyes. These can be our pupils. Even though robots don't have pupils, it still gives more life to your robot and makes it look more human. If you would like to give antenna to the top of your robot's head, you can draw two circles just above the head of your robot. And then after you have your two circles drawn, draw a line going down to the middle or the top of the middle of the top of the robot's head. I'm going to go back to the neck here real quickly, and I want to help make it look more 3D or three-dimensional. So I'm going to draw these curved lines going up the middle of the neck, and it's going to make it look like it's stripes wrapping around the neck or wrapping around the cylinder, or like a screw whose lines wrap around the side of the screw. For the shoulders of your robot, draw two C shapes on both sides of the box. For this part of your robot, you can draw your arms going in any direction to show that your robot is dancing. You could have them going up over his head. But for the arms, just draw 2 lines going in the same direction. For the elbow, draw a circle. And then for the bottom of the arm, draw 2 more lines going in the same direction. For the hands, it's just 2 C shapes that make a crescent shape. I do the same thing for both arms, but I'm going to show you here how you can change the directions. So one arm is pointing down and one arm is like it's holding up a pizza. It is a very similar process for the legs, but to start out for the thighs or for the hip joints, you are going to do 2 half circles, 1 for each leg. These also still look like C shapes. For the top of the leg, draw 2 lines going in the same direction, but make sure they connect back to your semicircle. The knee is just like the elbow where it's another circle, and for the bottom of the leg, 2 more lines going in the same direction. Now the foot or the shoe is going to look a little bit different. I'm going to draw another C shape or another semicircle for the foot. The other leg, I'm also going to have it up in the air since our robot is moving and grooving. From here, you can decorate your robot however you would like. You have his hands up, you have his feet moving around. Now you can add buttons, you can add a speaker using X's, you could add turns and dials. It is completely up to you. I even added nuts and bolts to my robot. When you are finished with your drawing, take a picture and upload it to Seesaw. Remember, you can pause this video at any point that you need and you can rewind it. Good luck!